Hi guys, welcome to the first episode of Florecer. My name is Denise and I'm your host this evening. I am very grateful to be here today, and ultimately I am just excited that I finally fucking did it, y'all, because I kid you not, I recorded this episode probably a good 15 times. Actually, probably way more than that. And I've deleted it, and I've just kind of let life get in the way, and it just hasn't made it to y'all yet. But this is it, and I am just happy that it happened after a season where I needed to find myself again. And I think had that not happened, I wouldn't be here without the understanding of this is a life of intention. We have to continuously have the intention to want to change, to want to become better, to want to learn parts of us that we are yet to understand. And I I just know that things happen for a reason, and for that I am grateful. Florecer stands for be in bloom, and as a florist, aside from it just being like be you in bloom, I genuinely see the beauty in how flowers changed my life, and that's how I hold it dear to my heart. But had I not done all the background work that I did, none of it would have been able to happen. And the moment we decide as human beings to accept who we are, right, rather than like what is she doing next door, what does she have going on, oh man, I don't do that, I'm not like that, how come I'm not spicy, how come I'm not sexy, how come I'm not pretty, how come I don't do things like that, or how come I'm not into that, or how come I don't do that, or how come, girl, because we all have different gifts in this world, and we have to understand that, and we have to understand that we are we and you are you and she is she, and learn to actually listen, learn to sit down with ourselves and say, damn, like maybe my gift is whatever your gift is, you know. And I'm a true believer that you can make a killing the moment you decide to do what your gift is, because God did not put those gifts into your mindset, into who you are for no reason. Like, they are there to help you. They are there for you to talk about your testimony, for you to live in your testimony, and to get to experience that. And the faster you accept it, rather than like want to be like other people, the faster it'll come to you. And yeah, like we're just feeling a little grateful today, you know. But yes, Ser y Florecer means blooming into the woman you're meant to be, becoming who you are destined to be, becoming someone who you would naturally glow. Like, when you embody that version of who you are, you will literally just glow and you'll just be. And as a girl who needed someone to tell me like, hey, this version of me that's standing here in front of me right now today in 2024, Denise, she exists, baby girl, and you have her inside of who you are. You are holding her, and only you can bring her out. I just needed somebody to tell me that. I needed somebody to have that mustard seed for me, right? Because I was so down and out, y'all. Like 5 years ago, oh my goodness, like I had just gotten out of I had 5 years ago, let me see. 5 years ago, 2021, right? 5 years ago, I had just given birth to my son, and I was going through motherhood and postpartum, and I just couldn't see it. I knew that I knew that I had light inside of who I was. However, I couldn't see it. I couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and there was moments where I would just sit with myself and say, damn, like, how the fuck am I worth of any of it? Like, how the fuck, like, what am I doing here? I feel like such a waste of time. And I was so ugly to myself, and I know that I didn't deserve that, because I was genuinely just trying my best, but I think if you have it in you, and you know there's light inside of you, and even if the voices are winning and beating you, I just need you to show up, and I need you to just kind of get out of that victim mindset, because it is not serving you. It is not serving you to feel like the world is against you, because I know it feels that way. However, the world is literally aligning for who you're meant to be. Had I not became a mom, I don't think I would have the driven force to get myself out of my parents' home, who I was just programmed to stay at until I got married, right? And I wouldn't have been able to enjoy my singlehood in my cute little Barbie dream house of a place where I have a pink fridge and pink Tupperware and girly stuff and sparkly microphones and flowers on my wall and a heart, like, and life is literally working in your favor, and you're sitting here thinking, damn, why is everything against me? And as I'm telling you this right now, I know I'm telling it to myself too, because it is very easy to just sit here in social media and think, god damn, like, these girls have it all together, and these girls just, they don't seem to struggle, and they don't seem to have it as bad as I do. But everybody is human, and everybody goes through something, and no one is perfect, right? But the moment you just start focusing on you and what you need to solve for you, that's when the magic happens, and that's when you're able to truly, like, transition and create that you see for yourself. It wouldn't be in your mind if it wasn't a possibility. And yeah, I talked about my son, right? I have a kid. He's 6 years old. He's fucking great, and I love him so much. He teaches me so much about who I am, and for that I am super grateful. He is super goofy and super funny, and Matthew is just yeah. So I became a mom at 21, and I got married. Oh, did not get married. It felt like a marriage, but I did not get married. I did not know his dad for very long before we had a child, so that relationship within itself was just very, very overwhelming and a little bit toxic at the time. Um, so it's taught me so much. And yeah, in high school, I was very, I don't really know. Like, I did, what did I do? Like, what did I do? Okay. Sorry, I'm getting tongue tied. In high school, I was yearbook photo editor and I did yearbook, and photography was one of my favorite things in the whole wide world, and I burned myself out of it, and it it broke my heart when I did, right? Because when you find a creative outlet, you almost want to treasure and keep it for yourself. And I didn't do that with photography. I overconsumed myself with it, and it almost, like, I don't know, like it just disappeared from me, and it really affected me, because I thought I was meant to just, like, be a photographer for National Geographics, and I also used to bake in high school. I still bake now. I love baking. Baking is such a therapeutic thing for me to do. I think it's fun, and I think it's so cute, and I don't know, I just really like baking. I recently started. I took up painting, and that's been very interesting because I am definitely not a drawer, but abstract painting is kind of fun, just kind of mixing colors together and creating something cute. That's been very, sorry, excuse me. That's been very fun for me, and very, like, that's been very fun for me, and very peaceful to just kind of be able to sit with myself and just kind of, like, create things that make me happy. And yeah, I'm just a natural creative. I love art, and I love colorful things. I haven't always been like this. I think the moment I saw, like, that I had made it to the other side of, like, the darkness, I was like, I can't even look at the color black right now. Like, can somebody please get me something colorful, please? Because we are happy now. We did something. Yeah. I had a very interesting childhood. I am the youngest daughter of two. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. I have an older brother, and he is 7 years older than me. I always like to call him, like, my third parent. I grew up with him, kind of guiding me through life and through my life lessons, because my mom and I, when I was younger, I feel like I had a mind of my own, so I just didn't like listening to her. And yeah, I grew up with a dad who doesn't know how to express his emotions, and who didn't let me express mine. That was very tough, and I'm actively working on fixing my relationship with my father. I love him to death. We just crash heads a lot, so I definitely have to be in the mood to not want to argue, to be able to hold the peace. But sometimes he catches me off guard, and I'm like, all right, cool. You want it? Come on, we can have this argument right here, right now. But yeah, I born and raised in Houston, Texas. I've lived here all my life, and it's definitely a great place to learn the way that it's such a melting pot, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to see that there's so many different races and cultures here that just kind of come together and are able to sustain themselves, Yeah, I went to college. I then dropped out of college and then decided to grow balls and start my businesses. And I also grew up super chubby and super overweight, and I've dealt with like an eating disorder all of my life, and I've managed to learn how to prioritize my health and how to actually like genuinely like love every step of what it is. I've been able to break a lot of things that my subconscious mind never thought that I could, right? Like I just thought that this is the way things are supposed to be and this is how I am and this is how I'm wired, and then one day I decided like there's some things that although yes this is how I am, like I don't want them to belong to me, and I have the power and I have the choice to remove myself from that, even down to like religion and superstitions. And growing up Mexican, man, we grow up Mexican, and you can't do anything. You can't sit at the corner of a table because God forbid you sit at the corner of the table. Oh, you're not getting married. God forbid they sweep your feet. You're not getting married. God forbid they skip you. You're not growing. And now I'm just like, I don't really. You know what? I'm not gonna take that one with me. And then there's some that I'm like, I'm gonna just take that one with me. I'm gonna just put that one in my pocket. That one seems like it may or may not be true. So I think just knowing that like we have the power to just decide like this serves me and this doesn't serve me, and I need to just remove this way of thinking because it's just not working with what's going on right now in my life, right? And yeah, I grew up super religious. My mom is a diehard Catholic, and I then decided to move towards like a more non-denominational Christian church, and I was later then baptized through a Christian church. And then aside from that, I'm super spiritual, and they contradict each other. So I am a walking contradiction, and I just, I try my best. However, one thing is that I know is true is my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and whether or not I stand by everything the church does or do, I know that God got me, and my relationship with God is the only one that matters. And God uses me as a vessel through to everything that like I am able to do in this world. So very thankful for him. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just a girl. But yeah, I just want to say thank you, and you know, I just hope that I'm able to reach people, even if it's just one person, and to touch their hearts a little bit and to kind of help them understand that you're not stuck. You might just be avoiding things you have to work through, and that's okay too. I think just limit and put limits for you so that you can say, okay, like it's either I gotta start like positioning myself to make those jumps that I've been saying I want to make for years or for months or for days, or I really do just have to stop avoiding what it is that I need to fix. Yeah, and that is all for today. Thank you guys for coming to my first ever episode. I do have an Instagram, and I would love it if you guys would follow me. What is my Instagram? Give me a second. I'm like, I have an Instagram. ¿En dónde? It's called Florecer Podcast. it says to break comfort barriers and beliefs and bloom into the woman you're meant to be. That is way more ¿cómo se dice? Way more put together than what I have in front of you guys today. And again, I think apparently the longer you take to do things, the more unprepared you are. However, it is what it is, and this is a version of y'all that you guys get to experience right now, and I'm okay with that, you know. But yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, y'all. Have a blessed day.